Hey everyone, Rick here, and folks, today we are going to unbox Pathfinder Battles Impossible Lands Masters of Magic. This is from, oh that's right, WizKids and Paizo. So here is the back of the packaging with all of these various individuals. I assume I don't play Pathfinder, so forgive me if I mispronounce any of these, but we have Nethys, the god of magic, Nex, Ifrit, pyrochemist, Geb, oh boy, Rakshasa Maharaja, Anong Aranak, Japalisura Asura, and a Manticore Paradar. Now, I don't really care about any of that because all I am interested in are the figures themselves and using them for my own situations, which, of course, if you follow this channel for any length of time, you probably know it is Dicey Depths. These will make great figures for any role-playing game, skirmish game where you can customize the characters and, you just need figures. I'll use these for Dicey Depths, for player characters, NPCs, and foes. I like the packaging here. It was very visible through the front, so no blind purchases here. And let's take out each one and get a closer look. So here we have, I believe it was Nex. Now, I don't know who or what this is actually supposed to portray, but I love the look of the figure. In fact, this was one of the figures that drew me in when I was picking this package up. I'm going to be uploading another of the Impossible Lands figure set unboxings as well, so stay tuned for that. But I'm not going to be looking at all of them because honestly I wasn't too keen on some of the other releases, but figures like this guy here is one of the reasons why this set was a must-have for me. All right, so next up, let's take a look at that crazy, what was it, pyrochemist of some kind? Manticore. No, this was the Manticore Paradar. Again, not too familiar with that, but I love the look of this guy. Crazy, huge wings. This just looks like a fantastic figure overall. Love the detail work on the face with those teeth, those fangs, as well as kind of the paint work on there. It looks like some dark black nails as well. So overall, it's a great looking figure sculpt wise, but also the paint detail on there is pretty nice too. All right, next up, another of the figures that I absolutely had to have, and it is this guy. This is our friend here. I'll let you read that for yourself, but I had to get this one because of these various beast animal faces that are like conjuring up with this aura magic behind him. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the glossy look on this one. If you notice, like this guy's face, it's done in a very matte finish, but then this guy has more of a glossy look to him. And I'm not a huge fan of the gloss look, but I can overlook it. I love the robes. I love the sword behind him, his flowing cape, his pose, everything about him, but especially those summoned animals that are over his shoulder. Very, very cool. This was another figure that I thought would be fantastic as a noble or some other kind of person of importance. Mostly because of that translucent teal robe he's got on. And that's Geb. That's our good friend Geb. So just a fantastic NPC potential figure there. And again, this set hasn't missed yet. Look at this. With this, is this the pyrochemist? Yeah. And with like kind of like a bottle there that's flaming. The hair is flaming, and the armor is very cool. The horns on the face, the eyes, and all that stuff. Looks like a fantastic figure there. And we still have 3 more to go. So there were 8 figures in here. And how much did I pay for this? I paid $50. Full retail price from my friendly local game store. No online discounts here. Sometimes I do pick up things online, but when I am able to support my friendly local game store. I do tend to do that. This is Nethys, God of Magic. All right. For a god of magic, they do look fairly mundane. They are kind of hovering there in the air. It looks like they've been half burned. They're charred flesh and blood and veins and stuff going on there. But very cool. It actually kind of reminds me of Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho when he would use that dragon magic and like char himself in the process. So that is very, very cool. Awesome figure. Okay, oh my gosh, I just ripped the base right off this guy. So who was this before we slaughtered him? This was Japalasura Asura, and we're gonna have to get that super glued back on. But look at how crazy this guy is with the bows and the arrows, but look at his feet. No wonder he did not want to stay on that base. His legs are going every which way. So we're going to have to maybe do the hot and cold water treatment, get those reshaped, and then get him glued back on his base properly. But I like this figure because I love, like, he has 6 arms holding 3 bow and arrows. So that would be cool. I almost want to design a mechanic just around him firing 3 shots at once. That is very cool. And last but not least, even though they are the least tall, because this is a very short individual here, probably the one that I'm least interested in, this is Anong Ironic. Because what are they actually holding here? I believe it's a black powder weapon from the picture on the back. It looks like that is some kind of black powder weapon. And I'm more of a sword and sorcery fantasy, medieval fantasy kind of individual. So any of that kind of black powder nonsense is not really something that I'm too keen on in my games, but it almost looks enough of just like an ornate staff or something that we could maybe overlook that it is actually a rifle of some kind or a musket. So the lack of detail work on here to make it look like a weapon is actually playing in its favor. Because otherwise, if it wasn't for that, I love the figure itself. They look very, very cool. Love the robes, the cape, the face, all that. So we may be able to actually overlook that one. All right, folks. Here is the haul from this individual box set of figures. One man down. He can be rebuilt. We will get him back into service ASAP. All right, folks, that'll do it. Thank you all so much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And until next time.